Alrighty YouTube, it's your boy Zxous and we're back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video. And in today's video we're going to be talking about if you should be summoning for A2 tomorrow when she does drop. So yes, she does drop in 2 resets, so there's 1 reset coming up at the time of the recording. This video will be up before that reset, so when you're watching this, there's 1 more reset and then the next reset she does drop. If you also want to figure out what time she drops for you exactly, go on Google and search up 5 a.m. JST to whatever your time zone is. So for me, that's EST, it would be 4 p.m. Whatever your reset is, essentially. Whatever time reset is for you, that's the time she drops. You don't even need to search it up. As long as you know what time your reset is, that's the time she drops. So she drops on the next reset. Now, I made a video already if you should be summoning for her and 2B together before 2B drop, but especially after 2B, and even now, there's a bit more information on A2, so I kind of want to cover it now because my opinion of this character, even though we haven't tested her yet, has changed from when I initially read her kit. So make sure you guys subscribe and like, and let's get into it. So A2 is a great character. I think out of her and 2B, she's going to be more dependable, right? Because obviously 2B is a great character and all, but she kind of requires some type of support, right? She requires either Mast on the team or getting her invested enough where she can just do insane damage even without Mast and other supporters on the team. Or if you're fighting a boss, you can use Novel, you can use Blanc, Noir, those are other options as well. But the thing about 2B is she really is support reliant, right? She needs to be around the support for her to really work. Now with A2, I don't think she really needs to be around support for her to work. I think in terms of her doing damage, I don't think she needs support. You definitely want to have a healer with her though, because if you guys go back to her kit, right, remember, every 1 second when you use her burst skill, she'll be losing HP. And when her HP falls below 40%, she'll lose her burst skill. Now, I'm going to give you guys realistic numbers. I want to say the average player is going to have their A2 at level 5 skills, if not level 4 skills. So at level 4 skills, you're actually going to be losing 5.07% every 1 second, and at level 5 skills, you're going to be losing 4.89% every 1 second. Now, is it going to be hard to keep this character above or from falling below 40%? Absolutely not. If you have Rapunzel, Rapunzel is more than enough for her to actually go off of, what's it called? It's more than enough to keep her above 40%. Now, actually, yesterday I did make a video saying this changes everything, how in the kit it does say current HP, but yesterday on live I tested another character who has that wording, which is Scarlet, and current HP apparently in this game isn't actual remaining HP. That's for Guillotine, for example, hers just says she loses 2% HP. That's remaining HP. For A2, when it says current HP, it means max HP. So yes, every 1 second she'll be losing 4% of her max HP, which is unfortunate. And we can actually see that in the gameplay here. If I open this up full screen for you guys, if you guys take a look after the full burst, you can see her HP at the bottom here is going by per every 1 second is going down per HP, right? Like my max HP. So it's a bit unfortunate there, but again, it's not a problem because in that video I did even say, even if it was off max HP and I got it completely wrong, Rapunzel would still overheal, right? As long as your Rapunzel has, if you don't have Rapunzel, let me talk about that first. If you don't have Rapunzel, should you summon for this character? Yes, I think she's still a great character. Rapunzel's not the only character that can heal in the game. This is not a Nero situation where, oh, you need to heal or whatever, what's it called, like multiple times, right? This is not one of those situations. Any healer will work with this character. But I think if you don't have Rapunzel, you're going to need to build a team that can keep her above 40% from when she uses a burst skill. And because she's a 40-second cooldown, when she uses a burst skill to then when the next burster unit uses a burst skill, and then when she uses her burst skill again. So that's a very long time to keep her HP above 40% with other characters that are not Rapunzel. Now, the next best option I was thinking was Pepper, but the problem with Pepper is that she heals every last bullet, and she has 9 ammo. Unless you manually play, where I guess she gets 3, then sure, you could make it work, because she does have HP potency stacking, and she does heal a pretty decent amount as well. And as long as your healers have way more HP than your A2, which is very easy since they're supporters, they will overheal your A2, right? If my A2 has, let's say, 1,000,000 HP and she's losing 40k every second, My Rapunzel, remember, heals on a full charge. It takes 1 second to charge. So all my Rapunzel would have to do is heal more than 40,000, and that's going to be very easy for her. If she's a supporter and she has 1.5 million HP and my A2 has 1 million HP, and on top of that, she does give HP potency as well to 2 allies with the highest attack, guess what? My Rapunzel is most likely going to heal, let's say 50k, maybe 60k, somewhere around that number, and then obviously my A2 is going to be taking only 40k. So as long as we're out healing the damage she's losing, it should be fine. It's not going to really be hard to keep her above that 80 or 40%, but the thing is, Rapunzel is still a pilgrim at the end of the day. A lot of people don't have her. So again, are there other characters that can work with A2? Yeah, but if you want to keep her above that 40%, right? Because remember, you don't have to, right? That's just something you want to do, right? You don't have to have A2 above 40%. You could use her burst skill, have her drop to 40%, and then bring characters like Blanc and Noir, where Blanc will just fully heal her by the time you get to her burst skill again, and then boom, for 15 seconds, essentially, you're using her burst skill. You can do that as well, but if you want to have that charge speed up the entire time, if you want to have that attack buff up the entire time, then you're going to need Rapunzel, right? So you can go either way. You don't need to have her burst skill up the whole time. If you go below 40%, just heal back to 100%, and then you can use her burst skill again, right? But if you want to have a permanent burst skill, that's where Rapunzel comes in. So I think you should only summon if you know for a fact. Well, here are multiple reasons why you should summon. First reason is if you like Nier, and well, they're limited characters, they're collab characters as well. So probably should go for 1 copy because they're never going to rerun. That's one reason. 2, if you know that you have Rapunzel, this is going to be a very good combination here, Rapunzel and her. The problem is with Rapunzel, you're already forced to run a 1, 2, or I guess a 1, 1, 2, 3, 3 comp. So a 20-second burst 2 unit, and then a 2 burst 3 units, right? Because Rapunzel is a 60-second cooldown burst 1 unit. I have to bring another burst 1, and then I need to have 2 burst 3 characters because they guarantee that 40-second cooldown. So literally my burst 2 has to be a 20-second option. There's a lot of characters that can work there. You can put Masked in there for more damage if you want. You could put Blanc and Noir. Blanc as a burst 2, Noir as an extra burst 3. You know, you can do a lot of things there. It's not the end of the world if you're running Rapunzel, but literally, this character's best partner is going to be Rapunzel. As long as Rapunzel has more HP, way more HP than A2, which is very possible since she's a supporter, you should be fine on overly healing her. Now, the character herself, obviously, is going to be good, right? Again, having your charge speed increased by 35% the entire time, especially for someone who, when hitting a target with full charge just deals an additional 30% of final attack. Remember that 15% is going to that 30% since it's a final attack, right? It's going to be crazy since you're going to essentially be spamming that, right? Every full burst, especially when you're using her burst skill during the full burst, she's going to go crazy. 100%, 110% charge damage and 100% increase to explosion radius on top of 35% charge speed and an attack buff with 30% additional damage when using a full charge. This character is going to hit hard, chat. She's going to hit hard. Very, very, very hard. A2 will hit hard when using her burst skill. The only thing is, to keep her going crazy, probably want to have her a healer like Rapunzel, but if not, then you can just run how I guess you can just run her how you're supposed to run her, where you're supposed to go to 40%, and then by the time you get to her burst skill again, you have a character like Blanc or any other healer to heal her back to 100% by the time she gets to her burst skill again, so then she just drops back to 40 and you rotate like that. But I think the best way to go about her is having Rapunzel with her. But again, this is all just before she drops, so we don't have actual testing. Again, we'll test. I'll be live. You guys will see me live testing her and stuff like that. So yeah. But you should only summon if you're a Nier fan and if you care about collecting the limited characters, because she's never going to rerun. And also, most likely, if you have Rapunzel, I think this is going to be a very good pickup, especially if you have Rapunzel, right? Very, very good pickups. Reasons why you should not summon is because if you're saving for the anniversary, at the end of the day, the anniversary characters most likely will... Like, I really want to say 99%. I'm 99% sure the anniversary character will be way better than these characters, right? Remember, the anniversary character is going to be a pilgrim. That's just a fact. So, yeah, you only skip her if you care more about the anniversary, which I think most people do. But again, since it is a collab, you're more hesitant to you know, skip. But don't forget, you also have basically the rest of September to summon for her. So you don't have to summon for her on release. If I were you, I would say wait for testing, right? Wait maybe not even a day, right? Because YouTubers are going to have a showcase of her the moment, you know, she drops, right? Including myself, right? I'll have a first impression showcase like I always do of the characters. And even just from the first impression, we already know if they're going to be good or bad, right? From my first impression of 2B, I literally said 2B was going to be a very good character, but only if you have the characters to make her either do insane damage because she takes long to do the damage, essentially, right? So when she uses her burst skill, if you have the support for her to do insane numbers when you using her burst skill, then she's going to be crazy, right? Because she takes time to do damage realistically. So yeah, I think it's going to be the same thing for A2. So if you want to pull up to the live stream, I'll have that. You guys can go set yourself a reminder. That should be up today. If you want to join the live stream and watch live, by all means, pull up. But yeah, I think A2 is going to be a fantastic character, especially you have Rapunzel. I wouldn't really want to miss out on this character. But again, you have all of September to decide. So it's really up to you. Let me know what you guys think. It's your boy Zxous, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So I'm out. Peace.